Now to the emotional visit to this country by the Nobel Peace Prize recipient Aung San Suu Kyi. It's been a whirlwind week for her, in which she was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal on her first visit to the U.S. since she was freed after years under house arrest. NBC's Ann Curry sat down for a rare interview with her today. She's here with us in the studio tonight. Ann, welcome.
Thank you so much, Brian. And that's absolutely right. Aung San Suu Kyi endured 15 years of house arrest, fighting for democracy in Myanmar, also known as Burma, separated from her family, her husband dying before she was finally released. She is now a member of her country's parliament, and we began by asking her about her meeting this week with President Obama.
It was a privilege, and it was also very enjoyable. I like your president.
Did you ask him to lift economic sanctions on Burma?
I'd already discussed this with the members of Congress the previous day.
But you would like to see these economic sanctions lifted?
Yes, because I think that we must now learn to stand on our own feet and not depend on the sanctions to push us towards democracy.
You have called democracy, though flawed, a beacon of hope. You have become now a beacon of hope to so many.
Flawed as well.
Oh. But what is the most important message that you have to all the people around the world who are struggling, as you have, for freedom, for democracy?
It's the same struggle for everybody everywhere, because unless we are free, we cannot really realize our own potential.
One of the things that people admire about you is that you did not give up.
It never occurred to me that I should give up.
But there were moments, I'm certain, when you felt all hope might be lost.
No, never. I was not always thinking of hope. I was always thinking of what to do next.
I feel a need to ask how you survived emotionally.
If any sacrifices were made, they were made by my family. I just took the path that I chose. And it was a choice I made, not a sacrifice.
Because it was for something that mattered?
To me, yes.
Do you know why this belief was so important to you, to give up so much?
My mother always brought me up to understand that my father loved his country. And of course, I always knew that he didn't live to see his dream come true. He died just before we regained independence. And I suppose always I wanted to realize his dream for him.
And you have?
Not yet.
You will?
I hope so.
And on that moment, will you feel your father with you standing there?
I always feel him with me anyway.
Do you rule out the possibility of ever running for president of your country?
No, if you're a politician, you never rule out such a possibility.
She is such an impressive woman, fearless, quietly determined, as you can hear, very humble. Her whirlwind visit to this country, her first in 4 decades, continues for another 2 weeks, and then it's back home. Brian can continue fighting for democracy, as she has done for much of her life.
She's as elegant as she is historically important. Ann Curry's conversation with Aung San Suu Kyi, and thank you for your reporting tonight.